Greetings sailors and welcome back to World of Warships, and I finally have it, the Marseille, or well, I've had it for a little bit actually, but I'm finally going to get round to actually playing it is a bit more accurate. Now I've decided to lean into that blue, white, red theme that I referenced in the Brest video, obviously referencing the tricolour trilogy. I don't know what the French for trilogy is. It's probably trilogy. I don't know. Anyway, a famous trilogy of films that are called Three Colours, blue, white and red respectively. So yeah, I've stuck where's it gone? I've stuck the blue camo on the Cherbourg. I've got the white camo on the rest. And then we've got the red camo on the Marseille. And we're also very appropriately in the Marseille port because that seemed like the thing to do. So unlike its predecessor, which has got only the 2 turrets, we're now up to 3 triples. So it's more of a Izumo / Nelson kind of a layout. Still the same 330 mils that we had at the lower tier at tier 9. I've actually got a slightly worse range on these because instead of having the armor modification, I've gone for the reload modification. So we're going from 28-second reload to just a hair of 21 seconds. But it does put the turret traverse up to just over 40 seconds. So that's a little bit ouchy. We'll see. I might change that round. The captain setup is as follows, nothing too wacky there as you can see, and so let's see how we do. Let's hope we don't get saddled with like super carriers or millions of submarines. Well, there was only 1 carrier in the queue there, so I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. So it's North domination, and yes, that is about as millions of submarines as you can get. 2 per team. Oh well, at least there's no CVs to worry about. There's also only 3 cruisers as a result of those 2 subs being there. So we've got 2 subs, 2 DDs, 3 cruisers, and the rest battleships. So I'm feeling potentially like I might be a little bit of a high priority target just because I am one of only 3 cruisers, but hopefully my armour will hold up. I feel a bit sorry for the Martel and the Cherbourg on the enemy team, because, you know, tier 10, tier 10, tier 8, good luck. Good luck, have fun. Yeah. So turret traverse is distinctly battleship-like, but 40 seconds is not unduly terrible. It's a slightly odd rear arrangement. Instead of 1 single rear turret, they've actually got 2 side by side. Are they quads as well, or am I just not paying attention? No, they're triples also. Because sometimes there's some of the French ones have got. Is it Dunkirk that's got a quad secondary 152, or is it also a triple? I can't remember. Or is it like 139s or something? There's one of them that's got a quad secondary turret. I'm not completely making that up, I swear. So what are we likely to see first? Well, probably a battleship. They do have a Kleber, so they're probably not going to be built for stealth. We also have Jeremy Clarkson's Genius. Okay. Yeah. I don't know if there's anything I super want to worry about. The Kitakaze might be a problem. The submarines, if they're played well, might be a problem. I guess we'll see. So I could have had AP to start with, but HE is fine, actually. HE is perfectly serviceable. One could quite happily switch back and forth between both. Right, there is the enemy Des Moines, that's the Kleber. We're turning a bit.
Nous avons détecté un
That's
sous-marin
not
ennemi.
enough range, is it? What is the range on those? Like 10? 8? Oh, that's kind of short. Okay. We also just lost our Chung Mu, so that's not good. The Kleber is going to be basically running up there unopposed. And that's potentially going to be a pain in the butt. These big gunned cruisers aren't really the best for dealing with things like Klebers and Marseillaise. And potentially even some of the Russian ones that like to run around and shoot things and be fast. Just because, even with the faster reload, 20 seconds is still a fairly quick, slow reload even. And, yeah, they can be rather nasty with the amount of pew-pews they can put out. Can I get those shots? Just. Also, we might have this sub in range. Let's see if that's successful. So yes, there's the Kleber. Okay, Kleber, what are you going to do? Presumably pew pew at those. Yeah, this does have enough secondaries that if there was a decent secondary skill, that, and by decent I mean, you know, basically if there was a manual secondary skill for cruisers, this might be actually one where you could consider that. But yeah, at the moment the only ones where it is worth going into secondaries on cruisers is ones that have increased secondary accuracy to begin with, and I think that's just the Napoli. So yeah, there's some cruisers where actually you could potentially have that as an interesting option, but Wargaming says no. Wargaming says that is not allowed. Right, this is why the Kleber is potentially going to be annoying, because, oh look, they're sitting still, they're going to go into reverse. And you just don't have the density of shells to put out to seriously be a problem to them. And, oh look, there's a submarine as well. Quite close, in fact. Right, well, this seems like the perfect time for a speed boost, to be honest. Well, also, I think we might use a reload booster as well. See if we can kick a little extra damage against that Kleber, who hopefully won't be expecting me to reload this quickly. Hopefully got that right. Pop a heal. Where did you ping? Oh no, he's out of range now. So this is the problem with some of the ships that have the shorter ranges, especially, is that yeah, they just have to, you know, outrange you with their torps, which they almost certainly will. So now I have to jink away from the torps, which is some rather awkward manoeuvring. I'm getting kind of hammered here, just between those two. Also, that is another sub. Just these reload quickly. Right, I need to heal again because that was very painful between the Kleber and the Des Moines. And we don't really have anything that can sort of run in and counter them. That Kleber is just going to be annoying on the flank. The other flank doesn't seem to be doing that well either, to be honest. There is sort of relatively little I can do about that. Right, that sub is at least out of the way. I don't know how good of an angle this is for AP shells, but let's try. He's not nearly as manoeuvrable at dodging as that Kleber is. No, that wasn't much good. Let's go back to high explosive. And also, there's the heal, which we definitely do need. Yeah, I think like the 19 point whatever kilometers feels good enough for a heavy cruiser. I think I'm going to stick with the better reload as a thing. Right, we've got that mid cap, but this is a very messy looking game. One captain skill I might now actually have wished I've taken is the increased turret traverse. Three turrets is actually quite nice though, it does give you more options than obviously only 2 turrets. Yeah, that's obviously useful when you're facing someone like the Club Air. I don't really want to be facing, but the other direction is like battleships and Cherbourg and Kitakaze.
Alerte incendie.
We want me to turn around again, and also let's have another reload booster. I mean, the HE... Oh, that was not a well-aimed shot. The HE on this is pretty good at setting fires, but it doesn't quite have the hit of some of the smaller caliber HE you get. Yeah, he's really juking around.
La victoire est à notre portée. Alerte incendie.
I'd almost want to get him in secondary range, but I don't think it would help that much, to be honest. Oh, those are going to run out right. No, never mind. I'm wriggling past them anyway. Oh, okay. I was thinking I might be able to get unspotted, but that's a Des Moines. So we can get someone interested in firing at the Des Moines at least. We don't particularly want to be broadside to them. In fact, I think I probably will die regardless. Guys, Des Moines out in the open, broadside to quite a lot of you. No, I'm gonna sink. Oh well. Bit of a disappointing game, but this was a tough set of ships to be matched against, and only 3 cruisers, yeah. We are winning this one overall, like just in terms of ships, but we also could still lose this one, I think. Okay, so he's finally taking notice of the Des Moines. Martel's not looking too healthy either. Yeah, that Club Air is exactly as annoying as I thought they would be. I took some of their health off, but yeah. You really need a decent rate of fire to be countering something like that effectively. Oh well, we'll skip ahead to the end of this one. We'll see whether it's a win or loss. I mean, based on points, it's a win, but you never know. We might throw it somehow at the last minute. It's always possible. Okay, well, pretty weak damage-wise, but yeah, that was very firmly a win. I think the Club Air was more annoying than effective. They did play second on their team, and actually that Des Moines was first, but yeah, for that kind of ship to be successful, you also need your other teammates to really be pulling their weight, and yeah, our team was overall more successful. And somehow, despite the fact I did relatively little damage, I still had almost 1500 XP, enough for 4th place. No idea, absolutely none at all, but I've had worse first battles in a ship, for sure. So let's try that again. Hopefully we can be a little more productive in terms of damage, although I'll quite happily take another game like that score-wise. So Okinawa, in contrast, full tier 10 and double subs once again, but hey, at least it's also a domination and also no CVs. So yeah, swings and roundabouts, as people like to say here. So yeah, even fewer cruisers this time round, so this is going to be interesting. Lots of Schlieffens. 4 Schlieffens, we've got a Preußen as well, 3 St. Vincent, so I guess people have been free XPing or else really laying on their ship XP bonuses to get those. It's not a bad looking ship, but it's certainly got an unusual profile, put it that way. I still don't like that camo though. I mean, the colours are nice, but just the weird little brass flourishes and the lights poking out the side randomly that don't even really look like searchlights. It's not for me. It's not for me. If you could just get that camo, the colours, the paint, and not have all the weird brass pipe work. It's like they were trying to go for a sort of steampunk and then stopped about 20% of the way through the actual detailing process. So I don't know. It looks half finished, or not even half finished to my eyes. Anyway, let's see if we can indeed be a bit more effective with our guns this time. Let's also be a little more cautious with engaging things on a flank and not being able to pull back. I mean, the stealth on this is not bad. In fact, it's pretty good for a cruiser of this size, 11.6. It's not super stealthy, but considering the size of it, considering it is comparable to some of the lower tier battleships. Well, having said that, that's true of other tier 10 cruisers as well. Yeah, it could certainly be a lot worse off in the concealment department. Right, let's see how we do in terms of accuracy. That was quite a nice broadside ship, but not a huge amount of damage there. Schlieffen's not the most armoured target ever, especially when it's broadside like that. Oh, hello, submarine. And guess what? Yes, that is very far outside my range. 5 overpens, woo! Yeah, you do not lack for pen on these guns, which is nice. Being a tier 10 sub, yeah, the range of the torps definitely outranged my my ASW planes, and there's not really anything I can do about it at the moment. Apart from just run away. That's going to be the Forest Sherman. Yeah, there's a SAP shells. Right, I haven't dumped all the... No, maybe have they dumped all the front torps out. And that is... probably Holland torps, I would think. Yeah, almost certainly Holland torps. Yeah, downside of having your front-mounted turrets is it does make the manoeuvring awkward sometimes, but hey, you kind of have to get used to that with these ships, and if you haven't gotten used to it by the point where you've got to the tier 10, then good luck. Yes, I know you're there, submarine. I know you're there. Well done. Well done. Oh, did we have a sub that just rushed forward and died? Excellent. Okay. Yeah, the bad submarine players tend to remove themselves rather quickly. Unfortunately, if they're on your team, then yeah, it's just a complete waste of a player slot. I don't know if there's anything else that does tend to remove itself that quickly outside of maybe somebody rushing in very quickly in a fast destroyer. Occasionally you'll see battleships that just for some reason decide they're going to suicide rush towards the enemy. They can get sunk pretty quickly as well. So I guess what I'm saying is bad players that rush towards the enemy will tend to die quickly, and I suppose that really isn't unique to submarines, so yeah. It's bloody annoying though. Don't think there's anything quite as annoying as submarines apart from maybe a CV that's just going for you over and over and over and over. Right, I'm not feeling the love so much with the AP here. I think we're just going to have to start falling back from this. They pushed hard through the sea cap. And with one of the St. Vincent's down already, and then I'm going to focus that other one fairly hard. I don't know how well that daring is going to... Like, they're in danger of getting pinned against the border. But they are going to lose one of their Schlieffens. This one's very damaged as well. Was this a full Schlieffen div? Yeah. So this push, you know, it's worked for them in terms of the early control of the cat, but it's come at a pretty high price. Oh, hello, Smolensk. What if we'd be successful trying to hit you, maybe? I need to angle a bit before we can fire more. Right, there's the Forest Sherman. Holland is nearby, so let's pop torpedo. Not pop torpedoes, pop hydro. That's the Smolensk. I might go to high explosive.
Torpille à tribord.
Yeah, dropping tops towards the Slava, it looks like. It's just at the edge of my range. Can I even...
Alerte incendie.
Let's take a punt anyway. Okay, this is not going too badly so far. I just need to not do anything particularly silly. Getting unspotted would be nice, but it's not going to happen when the Halland is relatively close. Try taking a shot at that guy. AP might actually be better here, but on the other hand, with the Smolensk, it might just completely overpen. Right, garage is spotted.
Torpille droit devant.
There's more Halland torps. Oh yes, hello. Is this a different sub? Is this oh, this is a different sub. Right, we do at least reload our ASW armament pretty quickly.
Torpille à midi.
Sous-marin ennemi détecté.
Let's turn back in.
Torpille à tribord.
Oh, they're
Torpille
both
droit
here. Oh no, he's there. Wait, no, they are both here.
Torpille à
Okay,
tribord.
wonderful. Now I've got two submarines to deal with.
Torpille par l'arrière.
Fantastic. This is such a fun, wonderful experience. Wargaming. We're gonna get with... Dunno. Come on, reload. Right, which is the more recent set of... There's oil there. Is this both of them in the same place? It's hard to tell. Yeah, okay, this is two sets. Oh, and that's me being targeted as well. Yeah, there's not, like, I can't get unspotted. There's a kind of limited amount I can do to tackle the subs. Yeah, this is not fun. Right, no, that will have missed. He's there. Here's where you wish you could have some on-deck depth charges as well. At least the minimum distance for these is pretty good. Anything? No? Did he dive right down? I have no idea. I do still have both our... Like the daring is actually still alive. Right, Hydro. There you are, you little bugger. Even with Hydro, you have to be right on top of them. If you're right on top of them, oh hey look. Enjoy being shotgunned. Right, there's one down, but good lord, that was the antithesis of fun. I think the other one managed to get further away. Yeah, Wargaming thought that this would be, you know, engaging gameplay, that people would enjoy this somehow. That one I still find baffling, quite genuinely. I really do. This does nothing to enhance the game. Right, we do have the mid for now, but I'm actually not liking how this is looking too much, because still a sub and a Haaland around here somewhere. We don't really have any way of countering that because our Daring's all the way down there, and then there's a Harugumo elsewhere on the other side. I'm actually going to swim over to this side, because if the Shima gets spotted, they're going to need all the help they can get against that Harugumo. And I could also use my last heal. I'm debating that right now. Yeah, okay, I might as well. Well, I'm at least doing a little bit more damage than last time. And I haven't killed a sub. I mean, that's, you know, the usual rule of... oh, who put the island there? Of lower health ships, in terms of like their overall hit points, are always worth more, because it's the percentage of damage that you do. So, I mean, I think subs are now technically the most valuable in the game, in terms of, like, if you manage to kill one from complete health. Yeah, this is really awkward. God, the subs did not make this a good experience at all.
Torpille à tribord.
They just made this an absolute pain in the arse. They still have a very high health Montana. Even though they've lost one, I think their subs... In fact, they've lost both of them now. Yeah. Their subs may well have been more active and able to do more damage. I mean, we had one that just died super quickly. Let's hope our remaining one is a bit better. Right, Harugumo must be south of the island somewhere. And we're just going to try and set fires. There you are. We need to weaken these battleships quite drastically. But we are down to not very many ships now, so yeah. If the Daring pulls off some miracle and like detonates several ships, that would be nice, but I don't think that's likely to happen. Are you close enough to spot Schlieffen? Thank you, Shima. That's very... I don't know if that was meant for you, Shima, but it was very nice of you if it was meant for me. Yep, someone is close enough to detect me.
Alerte incendie.
Right, well, I've done more damage, but this is not going to be a win. This is definitely not going to be a win. That Smolets has got perfect. Oh, yeah, this is a good time for a reload booster. We're going to have to do a tactical emergency beaching here, I think. But even if I kill the Haaland, I don't think I'm getting out of this alive. It was actually my secondaries. Right, awkward. Very awkward. That's Schlieffen's low health, but the other ships around aren't. The St. Vincent, the Montana, Smolensk has still got some health. Did we get a good look at Harugumo earlier? I don't really remember what the Harugumo's health was. Yeah. Right, the Herring has not really gone near a cap circle all game. I mean,
Torpille à bord.
gone around the south of that cap circle there, and I guess they're distracting these battleships who are probably desperately pinging at the Harugamo to go and try and sort this Daring out for them. But Daring doesn't have a particularly fast torpedo reload. So, yeah. Right, hello, Smolensk. Kinda wish I had some AP shells right now. That should be some... There, that was some decent damage. Did not have to use... There we go. 100k damage, so certainly a much better damage game. Well, we are technically just ahead on points, but man, that is not going to last. If our Daring can be an absolute hero and manage to kill some things, that would be amazing. But I'm not 100% convinced that's going to happen. I also think I'm probably not going to survive. I mean, they're doing some damage? Or is that their div mate that's... I mean, they've gotten a kill. Their div mate has gotten a kill, so they're doing something. Oh gosh, are you firing at the... that's risky as heck. Right, let's actually go for... Use that reload booster. We don't have that many resources left and we're low on health, so we might as well. Right, that got me briefly spotted, but that's why I waited to... well, I waited until I was reloaded, really, but, you know, I was really hoping it would coincide with using that island there. Here's where some rear turrets would be useful. Right, let's not fire the remaining one.
Boost des moteurs désactivé.
There we go. Fire, fire. Is that going to stick? Please stick. We really need that fire to stick. Yeah, either he's got DCP on cooldown or... Oh, that's nice. Excellent. Well done, Shima. Well done to that Shima. Where's the thing? F11. I couldn't remember which one it was. Right. Let's go back to AP. Just on the basis that if we meet the Smolensk, that might be the more useful thing. Harugamo's low health. Excellent. We have one Hydro left, one speed boost. 2 reload boosters. Yeah, okay. I mean, apart from my health, we're actually not doing too badly. In fact, we don't want to do anything stupid right now because I've just noticed how we are in terms of points. We're quite close to getting this as a win. Right, I wonder if the Harugamo's going to come around that corner. St. Vincent. Clearly urging caution there. We're going to, I think, use the speed boost and just hang out this way. Did the Daring get that? Oh yes, they did. Excellent. All right, wow, this was a close one. Oh, this was a close one. Oh, we're actually really coming down to the last dying seconds of this match as well. Oh, hello, Harugamo. Right, you're low enough health that I think I can just get that kill. There we go, and that ended the match. Woof. Okay, well that was a much more intense match than the first one. And probably even better scoring. Yeah. We're going to give that St. Vincent also a compliment. And I wasn't convinced about the Daring, but man, they actually did do a fair bit in that one. So, yeah. And we also had a St. Vincent, one of the St. Vincents at the start, the one that died down at that end of the map, actually did worse than the submarine that rushed in and died. So, oh dear, oh well. Whew, still though, that was a bit sweaty palms at the end there. I mean, it wasn't amazing damage-wise, but over 100k is not completely terrible. There was a good couple of us at the end there just really striving to pull that back from teetering over into a loss, and we actually succeeded, and those are always very satisfying games. Even despite the attempts of the sub-players to absolutely just frustrate the snot out of me. At least I got one of them, I suppose. Anyway, so that was one of the more entertaining live recordings I've done, I think. Hopefully you thought so too, and if you did, you can leave your comments and whatever down beneath the video, and of course, as always, stay tuned for more.